people of the world. Here we go. Hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yagasma, здравствуйте, привет, bunna, dzień dobry, sziasztok. Hello, Sincha, Yebosio, Teres, Sawalekum, Saskia, Marhaban, Merhaba, Habiri, Shalom, wherever you are. Welcome, my name is Brunellesp, hoping that you are safe, happy, and doing very well. So, for those of you who are new, by the way, thank you. I see you. Don't think I don't see you. Thank you for joining me. And for the oldies but goodies who have been with me for a long time, and the loyalty, I am ever so grateful. Thank you very much. So, another day, another foundation review. I can never get enough of foundation reviews. It is the year of the foundation so far this year, the year of complexion products, which is fantastic. For those of you who don't know, I have extremely oily skin. I mean extremely oily. I mean fry something on your face kind of oily. I mean look up the sky and then airplanes, anyone happens to be looking down will get blinded kind of look. So not kind of just the T-zone, the whole face. So I am always on the lookout for foundations which will be long lasting and so on. So the brand 3INA, and I had to look that up and double check because it could easily be seen as 3INA. Sorry. They have got a new foundation out which is simply called the 24-hour foundation. Claims are 24-hour long wear formula. Ain't gonna happen. Natural matte finish, yes. Buildable coverage, fantastic. You can control how much you want to cover. Contains great resistant pigments to water, sweat, and humidity, fantastic. Its water-based formula contains encapsulated pearls that provides a moisturizing and refreshing effect for 24 hours, which is great. My skin is super oily but dehydrated. Also, vitamin E to protect the skin from pollution and UV rays, helps to fight the signs of premature aging. You're 41-year-old here. Yes. And also find your shade. There are 26 shades that you can choose from. Mix your oil drops with your 24-hour foundation to upgrade their benefits. No thank you with extremely oily skin, and that ain't gonna happen. So but if you happen to have a dry skin, then of course you can then use this because although it's a matte foundation, adding your oils to it will help keep it, your skin hydrated and give you that kind of glowy look. So it kind of, people with different skins can use it. You get 30 ml in a bottle. The cost is £24.95. Very awkward amount. And I've got here shade number 669. This is the shade. I don't know if this is gonna work. I hope it does. If it doesn't, listen. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's looking sort of okay. I don't know if the undertone's right. So you've got the glass container and you've got the product, the top there, which is actually in silver. You've got the cover as well there. And now I'm going to use a sponge because it does say application. You can use your fingers, you can use a brush, you can use a sponge as well. On my face, I've already got primer, which is the NYX Can't Stop But Won't Stop. No, I've got that on my face already. So let's try it out and see what consistency is like for this. Okay, so it's thick. I don't know about the undertone. It's looking a bit pink. Oh, I think this is the wrong undertone. Risky business, risky. So it's a little bit runny, but it's not as runny as the Stay Naked foundation, for example. Okay. Oh lordy. Okay. It's looking a bit pinkish. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see. I'll have to make it work. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Right. So let's apply. Hold on a minute. It has got a perfumed smell to it, which is fairly strong. I don't know about putting perfume smells in foundations. Honestly, brands, don't do it because so many people have got sensitive skin. It's just not worth it. Oh, this is, man. No. I'm thinking it's a no, but actually, it's gonna calm down. It's not too bad. I've had worse, as you guys know. Coverage wise, yeah, definitely. I'm looking at it's more light. I will need to go over it. I can still see pigmentation under my skin, under the first layer. Yeah, so if you want something really light, just one lot, but I would have to go over it again afterwards. Okay, so this is the first layer. It feels very light, but I feel as if also at the same time I'm aware that there is foundation on my skin. Shade wise, I am very, very, very happy with this shade. What I'm not happy with is the undertone, which is not right for me. But it could be worse. I mean, if they had this shade 669 in a kind of yellow, golden, not yellow, but more golden undertone, it would just be perfection. But that's not what we've got, so we've got to make do with what we've got to make do. I'm gonna go for a second. I was gonna say second coat. It's like painting, isn't it? Second layer on my skin, and then we'll see what it looks like and what it feels like. But it does feel very light. There is a soft matte, but with a slight tiny glow, I feel, to the skin still. So it's not matte, but I see what I mean by natural matte finish, because there's still a little bit of a glow to your skin as well. Forget the shimmer bits that I've got, because that was from the eye look. I'll tell you about that when I finish. But I'm going to put a second layer on. We shall see what it looks like. All right, so these are 2 layers on my face. The foundation is more kind of skin-like. It doesn't feel cakey or heavy, even though I can still feel that I've got foundation on. Almost feels as if there's oil in it, but I don't know. I didn't actually read the ingredients, but that's what it feels like. But it doesn't feel kind of horrible on the skin. So yeah, so I'm going to finish off my face, and then we shall see. Yeah, what's the time now? It is 12. Let's have a look. Oh gosh, if my phone works. It is exactly 12:30. So we're gonna wear this for a minimum of 6 hours. That's more than long enough to be able to tell. And hopefully, I won't be too oily, or because at some point the oils will come through, and we'll see what I look like. So back in a moment, people. All right, so this is the finished look. So I'm going to quickly run through all the stuff that I used so you guys know. Underneath my eyes, I use the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer in the shade number 70 NY, neutral yellow. It is lovely and creamy. And then straight after that, I then use this powder, which is the Huda Beauty powder in Kunafa as well, yellow powder. And it's just a kind of set where I put the highlighter and then dusted it off, no baking. After which I then went over it with, and I always do with a powder, thank you very much, with every foundation I use, always. I use the MAC Skin Mineralizer finish in Dark Deep. And then as for contour, I use this, the Morphe Bronzer, and I used this one is in Showman's. Love this. I use this section as a bronzer and contour instead, and it's nice and warm. What else? Highlighter. For highlighter, I used, cheeks first. Elf. This is the Elf blush palette. This is the darker one, and you've got this one here. You've got all 4. I use this shade here on my cheeks lightly. And then for highlighter, it is this one here, the Laura Geller highlighter in high definition glow illuminator duo. Gosh, I use the shade Shimmer, which is this shade here, which although it looks very gold, it's actually very subtle. Really subtle, and that's how I prefer my highlighter, because I've got textured skin. The more kind of glittery stuff, the kind of the more it emphasizes the texture, especially later on as the oils come through. On the eyes, top of the eyes, I use the new Huda Beauty Life liner. Fantastic for the top of the eye, but for the bottom, your waterline, the other end of it, rubbish. Don't bother with that one. Honestly, it's just not worth it. But for doing your wing liner, for it being black in place, it is brilliant, as you can see. So I use that, and then on the waterline I use a cheap and cheerful one, but it's actually super nice, and I think it's Maybelline Master Drama, something Drama. I've managed to, the pencil is so short now, all I can see is Drama, but it is in the color ultra ultra noir, which is ultra black. So that's the kind of I've got, and it's so black along the waterline. It is fantastic. For mascara, I used it too. I used the Better Than Sex from I was just going to say Urban Decay Too Faced, and on its own it's just not enough for me. I then finished that off with, I've got a mini version of this, which is the Urban Decay Perversion as well. On the lips, I just used the Kiko lip pencil in the shade number 531, which is like a dark brown shade. And then like in a bit lips, I used you know, Mina's on lipstick. And the first time I'm using her lipstick. This is in the shade 103. It is a very nice color. However, be mindful, this formula, you have to go over it again and again and again and again. And it starts off moist, and you can feel the moistness in and so on, but you can also feel kind of like a slight pulling on the lips as well, which I can feel it on my bottom lip. But it is a very nice color, and it's almost like a tinted balm, which is kind of great for times like these because you tend to have dry lips. And this is the finished look. Oh, that's enough talking. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys later on. So far it does feel a bit shiny, a bit. It has settled down. And initially, after I finished with the powder, I was thinking, yeah, I'm not too sure about this, but it's actually sunken into the skin, so it looks a lot better. We shall see in about 6 hours time what it looks like. So I've done enough yapping as it is, so I'll see you guys later on. Thank you. Good evening, people. The time now is 7:47, so I've had this on for at least 7 hours, or just over 7 hours, and this is what my face looks like without any blotting being done at all. As usual, if you're new to my channel, I tend not to blot, or I leave it for as long as possible, especially on the days when I'm not out and about. I will leave it so you can get to see what it's like. And as I am extremely oily, well, as I said earlier, the oils are going to come through. So this is how shiny my face is now. It is shiny around the nose and the center part of my face, which is the usual, as you know, the norm with just about every foundation. With regard to my pores, they're a lot more prominent than normal. Having said that, for some of you, this may be a bit TMI, but it's that time of the month. And unfortunately, the weird thing is when it's that time of the month, not only is my skin sensitive, but little tiny facial hairs, which everyone has, by the way, unless you've had some kind of laser treatment, they actually grow. So when you've got enlarged pores, it's a good idea, obviously, to kind of do the waxing and all the other stuff that everyone does. But unfortunately, I can't do that when it's during that time. My skin is so sensitive that waxing, threading, hair removal cream, anything at all would actually burn my skin. And when I say burn, I mean you will see my skin burnt and dry skin having to peel over for the next few weeks. So I can't touch anything at all, so I have to leave it. So that might be why. So it may not have anything to do with the foundation, so I can't blame it. But the shine is here. The outer side of my face is actually quite dry, which is really good, because I can't remember which foundation I recently did a review of where even this side was actually kind of shiny. So this side here is still, you know, is okay. This part of the top of my cheekbone is going to be more emphasized because I had a highlighter as well. But my nose, you can see, is really shiny. It's looking really icky, and there's a bit of build-up of the foundation around the inner corners here as well. I mean, look at the shine on that nose. Oh my God, get me a frying pan, will you? And look at that. Wow. Right, so feel it hasn't separated actually. It's still all intact. It's not separated. So it's not bad performance-wise at all. It's not the worst I've ever had. I don't know. For some reason, I should be saying yes for this foundation, but for some reason, I'm a bit, I have a feeling that it works really well if you are oily, but you want to wear this wintertime. I think if you're going to wear this in the summertime, you're going to have to be mindful of how long you're going to be wearing the foundation for, because I don't think it will last a long time. The oil started breaking through around the 4 hour mark, which is not bad. On average, that's actually quite good. So there are many positives here, and I just think that I don't know what it is about this foundation where I'm not screaming yes, 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 because I feel as if I ought to, because in comparison to others, it's not performed badly at all. And it still feels, it doesn't feel heavy. My pores don't feel clogged up, even though I can see the build up around the corner, which I don't like at all. Right here, it's just I just feel as if I need to put something to kind of take that away. It just feels a bit yuck. But that is it. Make up your mind. I think it's actually a yes. I just, for me, there's something a bit, I don't know what, but which is not very helpful, and I do apologize. I don't know, I'm as honest as it can be. If I could think of a reason why, I would say so. But I think actually for super oily skin, it is actually a good foundation for winter. For those with kind of dry skin, as I said earlier, you can still use it. Just drop a few carrier oil in there, you know, whatever you want to put in, whichever oil you use, and that will help a long way. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment before you leave. I do appreciate it. And why do I ask this? Because it will allow YouTube to push my video forward. But it's not a bad foundation, actually. It really isn't. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've done so many foundation reviews that I'm expecting more, which is a bit unfair. So that's that. Bye people, stay safe.